When we eat kway teow, I am the mouth. I use my teeth to grind the noodles, meatballs, and bean sprouts into smaller pieces. My tongue helps mix everything. Inside my mouth, there is saliva which contains an enzyme called amylase that digests starch from the noodles. Once chewed, I send the food down to the pharynx.
I am salivary gland. I locate it under the ears, under the tongue, and under the jaw. I produce amylase enzyme in the saliva, which help digest starch from the noodles right in the mouth. After that, the food goes down to the pharynx.
Hello, I'm the pathway, the pharynx and esophagus. When you swallow the food, I push down the kway tuna with a wave-like construction. At the end of the tube, there are sphincters that prevent acid reflux. From here, the food enters the main battlefield of digestion, the stomach.
I'm stomach. When the food reaches me, I secrete acid and pepsin enzyme. I digest protein from the meatballs and pork in the kway teow. I mash the food into the pot, but I don't absorb anything yet. It needs to be sent to the small intestine with help from my friend next.
I am the liver and I produce bile and send it to the gallbladder to store it. Bile is released when there is fat in the food. Bile's job is to break down fat into smaller pieces. The fat in the soup and stewed pork is thus prepared for digesting in the small intestine.
I'm the pancreas. I produce many enzymes such as amylase for digesting starch, lipase for digesting fat, and pepsin for digesting protein. I send all these enzymes to the small intestine. As for me, the appendix, although I don't digest directly, I help balance the intestine with good bacteria and am ready to send everything to the absorption point.
I am the small intestine. My main job is to absorb nutrients like sugar from the noodles, amino acids from the meatballs, and fat from the soup, but vegetables like bean sprouts and coriander contain fiber, or dietary fiber. Fish our bodies can't digest. Because we don't have the enzyme to digest cellulose, even though it's not digested. Fiber helps my intestine to contract better, making food move easily, making bowel movement smooth, and preventing constipation. The remaining undigested food is then passed on the large intestine to handle.
I am the large intestine. I receive undigested vegetable from the small intestine. Fiber feed good bacteria which ferment it and produce acids that keep the gut healthy and bowel movement regular. Even though vegetables are digested, they are still very useful when eaten. Finally, explain to this Anna's ending kway teow journey.